Welcome back to Good Morning Wilmington. What's going on? It's your main man, Big Ive, the talk of the town. Again, back with my lovely co-host,
Vincenza. Ivan.
Hey.
I like when you wear green. It brings out your eyes.
The color of money.
No,
No.
I like
Actually,
that.
no.
I like
Look,
that.
it is actually the color of mental health, right? And that's one thing that DETV is here for, is to support and bring awareness about
right.
mental health and behavioral health. It's running rampant within our community, and we just feel at DETV that we're going to do whatever we need to do to, spread the message and spread the word and spread the love.
Absolutely. And throughout 2024, we will be bringing awareness to mental health and behavioral health because it is important, and continuing the conversation, not just for females but also for males.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's mental health was something in our community growing up, over South Bridge that was really pushed under the rug, and it was just like, that person's crazy or that person's whatever, but people not recognizing like,
Right.
People are really going through things, and
Right.
especially in this day and age with the consumption of all type of content.
Yes.
That's available at your fingertips. Whoo! Okay, that's a whole nother topic, another subject. Make sure.
We will touch on that
Yeah.
throughout 2024, and
Yeah.
we will continue the conversation because, like you said, it really is important.
Yeah, and remember, it's okay not to be okay. All right, but if you feel some type of way, feel free to reach out to your physician or a doctor, nurse practitioner, and remember, it's okay to be it's okay not to be okay.
That's right.
All right, next up, my man on the plaza, right? They came visit us today, well across the East Coast, to talk about who he is, and the Glammy Awards
Yes.
is the entrepreneur, the philanthropist, the man that gives a damn about what's going on in the community, Shawn Briscoe. Shawn, welcome to the plaza, bro.
Hey, thank you for
Hi,
having
Shawn.
me.
Thanks for coming. All right, Shawn, you here, bro, and you've been doing, I've known you for maybe about 15, 20 years, right? And I've seen, and this is one of the, I'll let you ask the question because
Okay.
you always
Well,
ask.
because I always joke that Ivan knows I know so many people, but Ivan knows so many people that join us on the show. But I don't get a chance to really get to know them, as much until we start talking. So before we talk about what the Glammy Awards is, tell us a little bit about yourself, Shawn.
Okay. I was raised on the east side of Wilmington, Delaware. I started cutting hair when I was very, very young. Just giving everybody a bowl haircut, no line, no blend, no none of that. And it was like something that I had a passion for at the time. And a lot of my friends, they would allow me to do the trial and error on their heads or things of that nature. And I just kept doing it to the point where I kind of got where I didn't really have a social life. So I stopped cutting hair and started having regular jobs and things of that nature. And then I ended up getting laid off from carpentry, ended up getting back into the barber game, and came up with this idea for the Glammys. And I think I've seen so many old barbers, so many stylists and things of that nature that were doing hair for years, and you really don't see the acknowledgement, other than maybe a tip here or something like that. So this was an idea I came up with that, something that is more tangible, where they can carry it on, and I don't know, just.
I think it's a great idea, right? Because and you could touch a little bit on this for me, Shawn. Like within the Black community, barbershops are our sanctuary.
Yes.
Salons are our sanctuary.
Absolutely, and it's crazy that you say that because I have like so many clients that it's like you have to memorize or all the conversations that you have with the different people. When the next person comes in the chair, you're like, okay. I remember last week he said he was going to a birthday party for his daughter, or the other guy that says, "Oh man, I'm interviewing for a job." So you have to remember anything or retain all these different lives in your head, and I guess it's the same thing for a stylist, So that's the similarities of the two, but it's just a lot, and then it's just different personalities that you deal with on a daily basis that you have to make those adjustments with the different clients that come in. So.
No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. So, Shawn, I respect what you do and how you were saying about remembering each of your clients and their personal stories, and that just shows your heart and your passion that you have in what you do.
Yes.
Because in my industry, the restaurant industry, what we do is, which is very important, is remember the customers that come through your door.
Absolutely.
And we remember what they enjoy eating and what they enjoy drinking.
Exactly.
So that makes us a good, whether a bartender or server, for you being a barber, remembering obviously their names, but also their stories.
Yes, absolutely.
And that just makes you very good at what you do, but you have a big heart,
Yeah.
your passion for what you
Yes.
do. And I think that will resonate in the event
Yes,
that you are
absolutely.
hosting. So let's
Absolutely.
talk about it. What is the Glammy Awards?
Well, I came up with the name. Well, I didn't come up with the name, but I Googled Barbers and Stylists Awards, and the name came up on Google, Glammys. And I thought it was catchy, so I was just like, look, we'll just take it from there.
Right.
So the Glammys is basically an award ceremony for barbers and hairstylists to be recognized in the city. You know, I've been traveling to barbershops from Dover to Middletown, all over the city, just going in, speaking to them one-on-one, expressing to them what the concept is that, you know, if you're the owner of the shop, then you're definitely going to be acknowledged, just because that's within itself is a great accomplishment.
Yes.
And then also, we have barbers and hairstylists that have been doing it for 20, 25, 40 years. So they're going to be acknowledged for the longevity, is for the giving back to the community. So things of that nature is just one of those things that is just just acknowledging them and giving them their kudos while they're still here. One of those things, giving them flowers while they're.
Yes, I love that.
And coming from the east side, like name some barbers that, or just not even from the east side, just barbers that you recognize personally that made an impact on Shawn Briscoe's life.
Brother Rashad.
There you go.
Brother Rashad. I remember going into Brother Rashad's barbershop, and my mother would just leave me there. And I remember I could possibly fall asleep, and wake up, and there's a whole different crowd of people there. And you know, it was just one of those things where it was just like a revolving door, where just people were just coming and coming and coming.
Yeah.
And just was amazing, man. Just the camaraderie that came with being in the barbershop. The conversations, the different, you know, the local
sports
news,
update, right,
the
right.
sports updates,
Yeah.
the local news. Just, I mean, it was just it was a beautiful thing, man. And
Yeah.
now I just talked to Brother Rashad, and he was excited about the fact that I
Yeah.
was like, look, you know, I want you to be there because people like yourself are people that I want to acknowledge, you know.
Yes.
And he was like, you know, no problem.
These were our first celebrities, right?
Yes.
Vincenzo, that we would see. And like, I remember my first incident, my time in the barbershop was Boney Barbershop over South Bridge.
Yes,
Right?
yes,
And now you go in there and you would see Boney, you would see, and Boney would have, like, so it was two parts of the barbershop. The front end where all the older people sat, and the back end where the young people sat, but you sat there with your mom or your dad or whatever. And it was always Jet Beauty of the Week, right, in the back. And then one of the barbers there was Moose.
Okay.
And and then I moved over east side, and that's where I met Brother Rashad.
Yeah.
And when you walk into those barbershops, Vincenzo, it was, for a black man in the barbershop, it was, I can just be here and not be judged. I can be here and get every bit of info in the community that will not leave this barbershop. You know what I mean?
It sounds like it was a brotherhood.
It was. It is.
Yeah,
It is.
exactly.
It sounds like that you had a safe space that you would create.
Yeah.
And obviously an opportunity to network
Yeah.
and connect, but also support. You would feel that support, and even if you were feeling vulnerable, it was a safe space.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And that's in my mind how I picture a barbershop. I've been to many barbershops before, but obviously I don't go to a barber for my hair.
Yeah.
I go to a stylist.
You go to a black barber for that hair.
I mean, I'm sure I would get a great haircut.
Right. You get
I'm
a
sure I would
fade
get
with a
great-
taper on the side.
Mullet.
Yeah, you never know. But I just that's how I sense that
Yeah.
the feeling that I receive is that it's a brotherhood
Yes,
and a safe
absolutely.
space that you create, and at least for the barbershops that I'm sure you'll be honoring. Now you're honoring as barbershops, but also hairstylists, individuals
Yes.
as well. So how many barbershops, how many hairstylists do you think that will be able to honor?
Well, we actually bought, like, I want to say 70 awards.
Oh, wow.
So we're going to just, as they come,
Excellent.
just hand them out. Basically what I did already, I went to a lot of the barbershops, so our hairstylists, and our hair salons, and I got confirmation. Are you going to be able to make it?
Yeah.
If you are, I have your name down as a person that's going to receive an award.
Excellent.
And then go from there. It's one of them things that a lot of people, they feel good about the award, but then they have different things going on. So it's kind of one of them things where the dates sometimes kind of be a conflict of interest or whatever.
Okay.
Because I have a couple people that are like, I'm gonna be out of town on that day or not. But outside of that, I'm trying to figure out for next year. You know, this is the first year, so for next year, how we can kind of work around those dates or whatever, or the date that we actually have it on, where you can still get an award or we can still acknowledge you. You know, because I mean, what you've done in the community, you know, in all those years of experience and things of that nature, that can't be, you know, replaced even if you're not there.
So when is the event?
That's a good question. It's this Sunday. It's January.
Oh, it's coming up.
Yeah, it's January 21st. The doors open at 4 o'clock. It's at the Grand Opera House. It's dressed to impress. It's going to be a really nice affair. We got the mayor is actually coming to introduce, I guess, or speak on the barbers and hairstylists. We had asked the governor to come. I don't know if he's going to be available. But,
Hey, Gov, I'm gonna need you to show up, bro. All right.
Ivan knows people.
So I think it's going to be a really nice event. I've talked to a lot of big people in the city, Trippie Congo, Norman Oliver, and a lot of people are just excited about it. And I think, you know, it's going to be a really good event. And then a lot of times you don't get a chance to dress up. You know, me, I'm wearing sweatpants a lot. So an event like this, you get a chance to dress up, you know, put a little suit jacket on and
show up, show out.
Yeah, there you go.
All for a good cause.
And it's always fun to dress up, right?
And I think people are going to enjoy the actual, I went to the trophy shop and got some really nice awards. They're glass, crystal, had they inscribed in them and everything.
Yeah,
like
shout
that.
out to the trophy shop.
exactly.
Tom Tanzelli, I think that's his
Look
name.
at
He's
you,
the
you know
owner.
Tom.
Yeah,
That's my guy.
I order my trophies for the Miss Delaware USA pageant through him.
Yes.
He's wonderful. He's been in the game for a
Long time. Yeah, really good guy.
Yeah,
too.
shout out to a small business owner in Wilmington, right in the city of Wilmington, the trophy shop.
There you
Yeah,
go.
he's a good guy.
He actually did our signs. I have a towing business as well. He actually did the sign for my tow truck, and he also did the signs for the barbershop window. So he's been around.
He's an awesome dude. Awesome dude.
Very good guy.
What else do you want people to know about this event? Because this event it's so amazing when you just get acknowledged, right?
Yes,
and that's what this is all about, is acknowledgement to say thank you.
Yeah,
right?
definitely.
And I know that it's going to touch so many people.
Yes.
So what else do you want people to know about?
Just that we're trying to make this thing grow. We're trying to like make it really, really big for Delaware. Like I said, I've been driving all the way down to Dover to Middletown. We got shops coming from all over, and I just want everybody to be as passionate about it as I am. And just hopefully next year on the second annual, it'll just be bigger and bigger and bigger.
No such thing as hope, Briss.
It will.
No, it will be.
It
Because
will
I can
be.
see this thing going to New Jersey, Philadelphia, New York. Because everyone has. This is a big deal, dog. It's a big thing, man. So there ain't no hope. Like I see you win.
Yeah,
all right.
I appreciate
And
it.
thank you for taking the time to organize an impactful event honoring the individuals in your industry.
Yes.
Because it is important to honor them
Yes,
because it is
yes.
hard work.
Yes, it
it's
is.
not easy
It
owning
is.
a small business.
Yes.
Ivan and I talk about it all the time.
Yes.
You put your blood, sweat, and tears into your small business, and many don't understand what it takes to operate a small business, let alone a barbershop or a hair salon.
Or a tow truck company.
Yes, whatever it may be. So thank you
Thank you.
for honoring those individuals, and
Yes.
hats off to you.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate you.
Of
Oh, man.
course.
Before we get out of here, that's the community camera over there, the first one.
Okay.
Just look right at it and just give everybody an invite to the Glammys.
The first annual Glammys is going to be at the Grand Opera House at 4 o'clock. The doors open. The tickets are $25. I would appreciate everybody, even if you're not a barber.